Here with the Northwestern Eagles following their 3-1 win over St. Mary's in the nightcap here on day number 2 of the St. Paul Regional. Head coach Dave Hieb, sophomore starting pitcher Bryce Crabb, and senior shortstop Sam Peterson. Coach, let's start off. Talk about the man to your left, your sophomore right-hander. Coming into this contest, what were you hoping that you would get out of Bryce this evening?
You know, what I was hoping that I would get is what really we've gotten all year, is someone who's going to battle, someone who's going to compete, someone who's going to give us a chance. And I felt extremely confident going in that he was going to give us a great shot to win tonight. And man, he pitched a gem, so it was exciting to watch him play. It was exciting to watch him work. He's special. I really enjoy watching him, and he's a great guy to coach.
Flipping over to the other side, talk about their starter. Ryan Wolf was in control for a while. What did you guys think about that matchup coming in against their senior right-hander?
And I was expecting the same thing. I was expecting that this game was going to be a close game. St. Mary's is a quality program. They played the game the right way, and I knew their guy was gonna he was gonna deal. He was gonna pitch well. And so it was just a matter of all it takes is one big hit. And Sam provided that, so it takes, in a game like that, when you have two quality teams and two pitchers that are pitching extremely well, it just needs for one guy to step up, and that it happened that for us tonight.
How much do you and your assistants say in the dugout in a game like this where your hitters are struggling, their guy is mowing your guys down? Do you just let them handle the moment? How much do you say to them?
Well, a little bit of, there's a part of it where you want to be able to light a spark. But on the flip side too, we've got a mature group, and for the most part, these guys can figure it out. That's part of being playing at this level at this point of the season. Is like they've been here before, they've done this before, so it's not really we're not like yelling at them to fire them up. At this point, it's more of a, hey, you've been here before, as you've done this before. Dig deep into your recesses, shall we say, and get the job done, and it happens.
Tell me about the environment tonight under the lights. You've been here a long time, but this is a special weekend for you guys to be able to host. Did you have any moments to take it in and just really experience everything happening around you?
Yeah, I mean, just before game time, you just being able to look around, and I don't know how many people we had here tonight, but it was so special for these guys. Absolutely special for these guys to be able to play in front of just an awesome crowd. We've competed against each other before, but to play in front of this crowd and the noise and the excitement they're in, that's awesome for these guys. And I'm so happy that they got this opportunity.
And finally, Coach, looking ahead, you guys still have work left to do, but a good start, the only 2-0 team going into day number 3. What's the key to reset here for the matchup tomorrow?
Well, just to realize that every team here is good, and we've got pitching left, and we got to do the job. There's just different things that we have to be able to accomplish, and we got to get the job done tomorrow. First things first.
Absolutely. All right, moving over to you, Bryce. Coming into this contest, you weren't able to play in the conference tournament last weekend. You get a chance to get back on the diamond last night to open up the region. How much did that build into your nerves, if you want to call that, your excitement, getting the ball tonight for this big matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I was super excited. I was very excited watching last week, watching along on the stream, checking out the UMAC tournament, and very glad that the team could pick it up and push through in my absence. They did a heck of a job last week. But, yeah, I mean, there was so much excitement coming in tonight, definitely some nerves, but I just tried to stay calm and remind myself, you've put in the work, you've put in the time, and now's your moment to go out there and compete, I guess. So,
what's going through your mind as a competitor when you're watching your opposition continue to throw up zeros, and there's a little more weight on your shoulders as this game is progressing on?
Yeah, I mean, I tried not to put too much pressure on myself from that standpoint. I know I've got crazy good defense sitting behind me, a lot of plays made, and yeah, so I just try not to put too much pressure on myself from that standpoint, and just know that my defense behind me has my back. So
you're in a unique spot too, Bryce. You still have to flip the switch, if you will, when you go back into the dugout. You still got to come up as a hitter. You were in plenty of big-time situations on the base pass. How do you change that mindset when you still have to focus on your pitching job, but then understand, okay, I got to go grab a helmet and try to help myself, if you will, at the plate?
Yeah, especially at the plate. Towards the end of the game, I knew I kind of had to push a little harder because we were starting to run low on time a little bit. So, it's just a different approach. You come in and wipe the inning away. Don't worry about that, and make sure you're dialed in for the at bat and ready to go.
Take us through that 8th inning, not just at the plate, but everything that went on around you, shall we say, on the base paths.
Yeah, the 8th inning, it was interesting for sure. I already apologized to Coach Hieb for my base running mistakes, but it worked out. So there was an opportunity to get back picked at first. Thankfully, that did not happen. Moved up to second on a bunt where there possibly could have been a play, but thankfully there was none. And then finally, ball hit in front of me to the shortstop, and I broke the cardinal rule of baseball not to advance with a ball hit in front of you, and ran to third. Thankfully, it all worked out. But so I made sure to apologize on that one because.
Yeah, but then you came around and scored the first run.
Correct, but I would just hats off to Simo coming through with that 2-out hit. It was huge, and then Sammy P right here to my left, coming in and hitting the one off the wall to score 2 more, both huge hits, and yeah.
I know we're going to talk to Sam about that in a second. Before we leave you, I want to talk about then spending all that time in some pretty high pressure situations on the base paths, and then having to come back out and pitch the 9th.
Yeah, I mean, again, hats off to this guy.
And the 8th for that matter.
Yeah, so again, hats off to this guy. Made a great diving stop in the 9th, and that definitely helped. Again, the defense was terrific in the 8th and 9th. But yeah, just kind of pitching to the hitters, competing, and letting the defense behind me work. It's a great confidence builder for sure.
Absolutely. Now moving on to you, Sam. Last but not least, let's start off with that 8th inning. Simo in front of you ties up the contest. You come up. The game's tied 1-1. What are you thinking stepping into the box?
Well, first off, hitting behind Simo is always a great time because I know he's going to put up a good at-bat. And so I know I have a good opportunity to step up after him. I know he's not going to get out that much. And so I was on the on-deck circle, and I was getting ready mentally. This is a good opportunity for me to come hit. And so preparing myself before the at-bat started was huge. From previous at-bats, I knew that off-speed was one of his go-to pitches. And so I was sitting curveball all the way, and lucky enough, he threw it to me, and I just put a good swing on it, and obviously the rest is history. So, just preparing before the at-bat is huge for me.
When it comes off the bat, did you think it had any chance of leaving the yard, or did you think it was going to bang off that wall?
Not a chance. It was end cap all the way. I can't believe it went that far, but there was a little bit of a wind, so that definitely carried it. I was watching it, and I heard the roar from the dugout. I'm like, maybe I did get a little bit better, but I just give God the glory for that one. Like, wow, he was watching that one. So,
how tough is it to stay locked in against a starter so dialed in like Wolf was throughout the contest, waiting for a moment like you got there in the 8th inning?
That's the thing with pitchers that can change speeds and locate well. It just takes one at bat, and you can't get too beat up on one at bat. Strikeout or strikeout here. It's just you keep pushing through, and having good at bats every time you step into the box is really crucial. So I got one.
And finally, you've been here before, but your team hasn't been before here to this stage. What's the key with you guys 2-0, moving on to day 3 to understand still work left to be done, but you want to enjoy this ride?
Exactly. I'm going to say the same thing I did previously and just have fun. This is a great group of guys, and baseball is meant to be for fun, and at any level it's really exciting to be at this stage, at this level, and at the end of the day, you just got to have fun. You got any more? You good? Thanks for your time, guys. Appreciate it. Congrats on the win, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.